Mum! Do you know where my bag is? Mum! Mum! Well, maybe she's not.
I scared you, didn't I, sonny boy? Here's your bag, sweetie. Oh no, the roast is burning. Woo!
My mum was not evil to me in most ways. She didn't wash my mouth out with soap or anything like that. No, the reason my mother is straight from the evil bubbling pits of hell is because of her demonic enjoyment of scaring the living bejesus out of me. Anytime you would walk out of the room, she would then get in a cupboard, in a wardrobe, under the bed, in the oven. Okay, maybe not in the oven, but you get the point. Basically, she would then hide anywhere she could. And then as soon as you went, meow, and it was deadly silent, you knew that she was about to spring out and make you jump. Or she'd gone out. But then you were still on edge because you believed she was hiding somewhere. She used to shout out to me and my brother that dinner was ready. We would then run down the stairs and she would be hiding in the cupboard under the stairs and then jump out on us when we ran past. I wanted a tasty plate of food, not a dark plate of terror and nightmares. However, I got my own back once I knew what she was doing.
I knew her plan.
So as a safety precaution, every time I got near the cupboard under the stairs, I would put my hand on it. One time she tried to jump out, but because my hand was there, she headbutted the door and fell over in the cupboard. Serves you right, you terrorizing parent. Now, I mentioned before in my part-time job video that I used to work late shifts. Before I had a car, I used to cycle home from work in the dark. I had lights, but it was still super spoopy. Luckily, on a bike, I felt I could be going faster than any muggers or murderers. Well, unless I happened upon a hungry pack of wolves that saw me as a tasty meal on wheels. So when I would get home, I would take my bike around the side of the house, open the creaky gate, the one that I broke my teeth on. Another reference to a previous video there. Hint, hint. Nudge, nudge. I would then push my bike into the garden. We had no outside light, so it was pitch black, meaning I would stumble around in the dark, bashing into things, eventually hitting something that was big enough to be the shed. I could then swing the door open and throw my bike in. Not really place it gently, as by this point my mind is already thinking that someone or something could be lurking behind me. I would then slam the shed door, lock it as fast as I could, and run away from the darkness into the house. I think this was a totally rational human response, as a few weeks before, someone had in fact jumped over our fence into our garden, smashed into the shed and stole my bike and some power tools. They then threw my bike over the fence and fled into the night. I got a replacement bike, so it wasn't a major issue for me. What was the issue was I now had legitimate fears of being in the garden alone at night. So I did the process of putting my bike away even faster and with less care. I'm sorry, Mr. Bike. Sacrifices had to be made to ensure my safety. One night I'd cycled home from work late, went to the side gate as per usual, opened the shed and threw my bike in super fast. As my bike hit the back of the shed, I heard a noise and saw a shadow raise up from behind the washing machine. I shouted and waved my hands around in a blur of panic and terror. And what was it, you're asking? It was my evil mother. I knew it was her because she burst into laughter straight away as soon as she'd scared me. Now, instead of finding it funny that I knew I was not in any danger, I did what any teenager would do. I shouted a lot of bad words and stormed off, out the gate and across the field to sulk on my own in the dark. I came back about 30 minutes later and refused to speak to my mum. I was mainly just embarrassed. Eventually, I spoke to her again a few days later. What would you have done if I'd have punched you in the face or thrown something very heavy at you? What would you have done, Mum? She then told me that she'd been waiting in that shed for about an hour, crouching behind the washing machine, that her legs had gone fuzzy, and that she wanted to come inside, but had gone too far and was committed to scaring my soul out of my human body. Do you now understand the title of the video? Makes sense, don't it? So after years of turning me into a nervous wreck, I did the only thing I could think that would make it stop. I fed my mum to a hungry pack of wolves, and that, my friends, was the problem solved. But if the cops ask, I just moved out. And no, that is not a cardboard cutout of my mum in the window. Spike, get my lawyer.
Ta-da! There's no case I can't handle.
Not you, my actual lawyer.
Nyah. And now, this.
I want to say a quick thank you to HUION for sending me the Canvas GT-220 version 2, and I've been using it to make this video. This is the first screen tablet that I've ever used. I did worry that I was going to be really slow on it, or it was going to be weird to use, but after about 10 minutes, I was animating and drawing at my normal pace. First impressions, yeah, it's working really well. Nice and easy to draw on, the setup was straightforward. I found doing big smooth lines a lot easier because it's a big screen compared to my smaller laptop screen. They sent like 2 pens, the drawing glove, a load of nibs to go with it, so that was all cool. I was impressed that they gave you a decent stand with it as well. It gets a little bit wobbly on the corners, but I don't really tend to draw in the corners. The only weird thing that I have noticed, it did it once or twice, it's a minor thing, that the mouse kind of got a bit stuck and I had to use my laptop trackpad to kind of click it back into place. But yeah, it hasn't had it enough for me to notice it as a big problem. And I'm quite fussy about drawing tablets and tech in general, and I'll be honest, if it was really laggy or the pen pressure was terrible, I would just stop using it. And that hasn't happened yet, so I suppose that's a good sign. HUION didn't demand a positive review, they just said, check it out and say what you think. So it looks like I'm going to be using this tablet from now on. Once I've gotten to grips with it and found out what I like and what I don't like, I'll give you a little bit of an update and to see if I still like it, or if there's anything to watch out for, or if you're thinking of getting one. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Once again, this one took a little bit longer as I'm trying to put in as much effort into my animations as I can in trying to draw as many characters, backgrounds, and just general animation stuff to make it as visually buttery as possible. But let me know down below what you guys think in the comments. It was my birthday on the 10th of July. Woo! So thank you to everyone who sent me birthday fan art. That is why most of the fan art that is scrolling past has a cake or a party hat in them. So just in case you were wondering. And as always, thank you everyone for your amazing support, all the views, all the likes, all the comments, and just, yeah, you guys are amazing. You know, anytime that I get a little bit of a lull or I run out of energy, you guys inspire me to keep on making animations, and our little crew is growing. So if you are a new subscriber, hello, welcome to the channel. I hope you feel welcome, and you must be one of the freaks like us, because that's why you're here. Anyway, that's about enough from me. I'm out of here, and I will catch you guys in the next video. See ya!